Hi, I'm Jake Lennox. And I play in Junk Drawer and have played in other bands such as Sister Ghosts, Calling All Horses and Pale Lanterns. So I've been playing drums for about 10 years. I started in secondary school whenever I couldn't really get a drum kit in the house, but I would go to the music room every day and just try and blast out Led Zeppelin songs as best I could. The first song I learned to play was Rock and Roll by Led Zeppelin. I would go to the music room in school every day in secondary school to just try and get slightly better, and it was a lot easier to coordinate two limbs on the hi-hats and snare than try and actually get 3 or 4 limbs going at one time. First band I was in was called the Zooks, and it was with my brother who I play in Junk Drawer now at the minute. It was a kind of trashy grunge band that started off doing a lot of covers of really trashy classic rock and grunge in dark days. My favourite drummer is probably Britt Walford from Slint. Aside from probably pioneering post-rock, he played on LCD Sound System's first album, and I love how kind of laid back his drum style is. It can be jazzy, but it's also assertive. So it feels like it's moving somewhere, but it's always at its own pace. And I also felt like he led the band a lot of ways in Slint, who were a guitar-led band. But the best gig experience ever is probably supporting Built to Spill. Doug Marsh, who's one of my absolute heroes, was actually standing at the front of the stage and afterwards came down to the green room and said, there are a lot of bands that sound a lot like us, but it's good to have someone, that doesn't suck. And that in itself, kind of made my life. Really, really happy with that. And just to be able to meet him and hang out with him was an incredible experience. The worst gig I ever played was probably in the Atlantic Bar in Portrush. It was honestly just, we were playing with a load of bands who, I didn't know anyway, but it was for Sister Ghost and we were headlining it. And pretty much it was all of the support band's mates were out for a few drinks and they all disappeared as soon as they were done. So I was playing in a pretty bad sounding room. I'm sorry to the engineer that was there, but the room wasn't great itself. I don't think I was in a great headspace that night, and we attempted it, and it was pretty terrible from start to finish. As soon as you're able to do anything with your hands or feet, you start tapping, you start feeling things. I was like, I would have hit the sofas at home or whatever. I was given a pair of sticks by my dad's friend whenever I was very young, and I would beat that and make rhythms. Until I was actually able to get a kit and find a space that I was able to be loud enough in. But it feels like an inherently human thing to be rhythmic and to get that out of you. It's the same as dancing. If it's sitting down dancing, it feels incredibly cathartic to me anyway. Because it could get something out that I'm not really getting anywhere else. And every time I come back to it, it puts me in the most comfortable kind of body state, more than any yoga I've done or that kind of thing. Junk Drawer are playing in London at the FINSBURY on this Friday, the 24th of May, and we've got an album coming out towards the end of the year called Ready for the House. There's one single out from it so far, and it's called Year of the Sofa, and there's a video on YouTube.